Hey there, this is Ryu, and today we're going to be talking about a possible new upcoming arc for Dragon Ball Super. Yeah, so this is, nothing confirmed, obviously, but this is a theory I have on what we could possibly see coming up soon. Maybe next arc, maybe, a few arcs down the road, never know. But getting right into it, this one has to do with a Frieza arc, a new one. Now, I know we've already had the original one in Dragon Ball Z and already revival of F, but yeah, Frieza just doesn't seem to want to die. That's to say the least. No, he's been coming back over and over again. I mean, of course, we've had the original Frieza from the Namek saga, and then we had Mecha Frieza come back, and then we had to see him in Hell in Dragon Ball Z, and then we saw him in some movies, and then we saw him again in Revival of F, and now he's back again in the tournament. So, yeah, this guy just won't die. And I mean, we've tried erasing him from existence even, and he survived that one too. So, yeah, he is definitely around to stay. Basically, the point with Frieza here is it's already been confirmed by Goku that he's willing to resurrect Frieza if they manage to win the tournament. Whether or not that winds up happening, it remains to be seen, but Goku's not one to go back on his word, so I would say there's actually a somewhat likely scenario where Frieza gets fully resurrected, just due to that alone. But, yeah, let's take things further here. We know Frieza already is at least equal to Super Saiyan Blue Goku. I mean, they exchanged blows when they were fighting each other, and they were, around the same speed, same power, all that kind of stuff. So, Frieza has grown with Goku. We know Goku's been growing a lot in terms of how powerful he is. I could get into it, but basically, Goku currently is more than 10 times as powerful as he was in the Universe 6 tournament, due to the fact that his current Super Saiyan Blue form is more powerful than his Kaioken times 10 Super Saiyan Blue was during that tournament. We know this because he defeated the current hit, who is stronger than that previous hit, without even needing the Kaioken this time. So basically, I mean, Goku's grown more than tenfold since back in the Universe 6 tournament. Frieza still matched him, so we know his power has grown easily tenfold, if not more. Frieza's, pretty much mastered his new golden form from what he said. He says basically that, it's not going to drain him as much as it used to. So, I mean, Frieza's really already extremely tough just from basically his, I don't know what you want to call it, training in Hell, mental training, I guess, to master his new form. As well, we have seen him survive part of Sidra's destruction energy, which could erase him body and soul from existence. I mean, surviving existence erasure, that is a pretty big skill to have. So, yeah, Frieza's already pretty tough. But, aside from getting revived, I think we might actually see something else happen here. I think it's possible Frieza even wins the tournament. I mean, he's probably, if not the most, one of the most cunning in the entire tournament. And I could seriously see, Hit and Goku tiring themselves out and one of them being eliminated by the other. And you could have Jiren finding himself in the same situation. And then Frieza winds up coming in and cleaning up at the end. So you could certainly see Frieza taking the tournament at the end through those kinds of events, just simply to him being smarter. And I mean, he's no slouch either, like I said, in the power department. So yeah, if they're weakened, I don't see them beating Frieza in a weakened state. So I could certainly see that winding up happening. And then if he gets his hands on those Super Dragon Balls, we know for sure that Frieza isn't going to look out for the other people. He's not going to be reviving any other universes or any other people who have been erased. He's going to look out for himself. What will he do? Well, it's a good question. There's a couple possibilities. I mean, we can always see him going for the immortality. That's what he wanted originally on Namek. He can get a superior version to that when he uses the Super Dragon Balls for sure. Look at Zamasu, for example. His immortality allowed him to survive having his body being completely destroyed, and then he turned non-corporeal, and then he got erased after that, but, still. So basically, Frieza could possibly get that immortality he's always wanted, and that would make him one mean motherfucker. I'm serious. Like, he would be as powerful as he is, resistance to erasure, as well as being immortal. So yeah, good luck taking that out. I mean, unless you're Xeno, I don't see it happening. So basically, we could see that happening with Frieza. Also, another thing that's possible, I'm not sure they'll go this route, but it was stated by Whis and Beerus, who both know, Xeno's actual power output because they've seen him erase universes and such. it's possible that Frieza could actually wish for the ability to be stronger than Zeno, because Frieza was looking at Zeno and he saw him erase the universe, and he said to himself, "One day I'm going to be superior to you, and you'll bow to me. You'll listen to what I have to say." So if he thinks he can get the upper hand on Zeno, it's certainly possible he could try to use the Super Dragon Balls to wish himself to be more powerful than Zeno himself. And basically, Beerus and Whis stated that those Dragon Balls have no limits. So, I mean, if they truly have no limits, it's possible he could wind up simply becoming stronger than Zeno through a wish with those Dragon Balls. If that were to happen, I mean, well, who's going to stop him then? Maybe two Zenos? I don't know. That's the only thing I could think of that could do it. So, yeah, certainly a lot of possibilities if Frieza winds up winning the tournament, which is possible due to, simply the way he acts, the way he fights. He's been holding back all his power, so he's been saving his energy. And of course, we know that Goku's been using Super Saiyan Blue. We know that Hit and Jiren and Goku are already starting to eye each other. We've seen that Frieza's been simply, staying low key, kind of out of the way. So I could see with his personality, him stepping in the end and wind up taking the tournament. If that wound up happening, then we got an entire arc based on around whatever his wish was. That could certainly be an interesting arc. And then even if he just simply gets revived, I mean, he can match Goku still, so he could still be a huge threat. Now, there's always a possibility that they're going to pull a Vegeta with Frieza, and they're going to try to make him semi-good. I could see them trying to do that. However, I really hope they don't, because if they were to do that, it would kind of defeat the whole purpose of his character. He's supposed to simply be the villain, like the one bad guy. I mean, even Sidra said that he's more like a god of destruction than most anybody else, and that he should be in the tournament for them because of how evil he is. So, I mean, putting Frieza as good or even an anti-hero just doesn't work. So I really hope they don't do that. It's a possibility, but hopefully we can cross that off. I mean, we already have Boo who got turned and Vegeta who got turned, and Beerus is already partially there. So I mean, you know, we don't really need another one. We want Frieza to stay evil. We want him to be a genocidal maniac like usual. That's what makes his character interesting. So we'll definitely hope that that doesn't happen, that he turns a new leaf, so to speak. I don't think he will, though, just from what he's shown so far. But yeah, definitely I think an Immortal Frieza would be a real tough nut to crack. And then, I mean, obviously, if he gets a wish where he gets stronger than Zeno, because we know he wants to be, and he's said it, then that would just be a whole new ball game. So yeah, basically, Frieza, I think he's going to stick around for a while. What his role is going to be, I don't know yet. Definitely till the end of the tournament. He's going to do something in the tournament for sure. And I think that it's really possible that he comes with his own arc, or maybe he teams up with someone else, like perhaps maybe Zamasu returns. Frieza teams up with Zamasu. I could see that happening. Although, then again, Zamasu, doesn't like mortals, so he might not really go for that. But, it could be any number of characters, right? And you could even have Frieza, who hates the Saiyans, wind up having some sort of clash with Kale and Khalifa, or something like that, right? So he has lots of possibilities that are still running around for him, and I don't think we're going to see the end of him anytime soon. So yeah, basically those are my thoughts on what could possibly be a new arc. Maybe, a new arc with Frieza in it. Either, just simply gets revived or becomes much stronger due to a wish from the Super Dragon Balls. And I mean, aside from that, you could even have something happen like perhaps, oh, I don't know, maybe they bring his brother Cooler in like in Xenoverse. I don't see it happening, right? But I mean, they started putting like a Brawly-esque character into Dragon Ball Super, and they have shown stuff from the Dragon Ball Z filler in it, like Gregory the Cricket and all that kind of stuff. So it's always a possibility. I mean, wouldn't that be awesome to see Golden Cooler or some sort of other form of Cooler, or even like a fifth form Mecha Cooler teaming up with Frieza? Now that would be, I think, a pretty epic team. And I mean, with all the timelines and stuff that they've been talking about, all the different universes, there's no reason why they couldn't do it, right? Or maybe, hell, they could even put in a new brother for Frieza that's made just for Super, just so they don't have to use non-canon characters. Kind of like what they did again with friggin' Kale. So, yeah, I think there's lots of things that we're going to see with Frieza. Those are a little left field there, but I certainly think he's going to get revived in some way or another. And it's possible he even wins the tournament and gets his wish, right? So, yeah, here's looking to see another arc of Frieza come out. Yep, we're talking like a fourth or fifth arc at this point. I don't know. Anyhow, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. What do you think's the future of Frieza? Do you think he's going to wind up taking over Zeno's place and ruling all the universes? Or do you think he's going to get erased in this tournament? Or what do you think's going to happen? Will Goku keep good on his promise? Will Frieza become, immortal and finally realize what he wanted all along since Dragon Ball Z? Let me know in the comment section below.